Hey, thanks so much for tuning into the Daily Dose for Spiritual Growth. Today is Friday. Happy Friday, everyone. And we're talking about the goodness of God all week long, people's testimonies. Yesterday, we talked about this man who was completely healed from his demon possession. Literally, demons came out of his body and went into pigs. And it was just an amazing story. But at the end of the day, God said no to him. Jesus said no to him to follow him, to physically follow him, because he had a plan to have this man go to his own people and to share his story. And because of that, many, many people believed. And this piggybacks off of a story similar to that, where Jesus reveals himself physically to this woman at the well. And this is John chapter 4. This woman is far from God. This woman is really an outcast. She goes to the well midday. No one goes to a well midday because it's the heat of the sun, kind of like right now. It's pretty hot. I don't know where you live, but we're East Coast here in Pennsylvania. But even I had a family here last week, and it was hot. It was hot. And she went to the well midday because she didn't want to be around other people, because she was an outcast. She had a reputation. And Jesus, obviously being fully God, fully human, he knew that. He knew her personally, and knew all the things that she was doing and not doing. And because of that, though, because of his love, he sought her out and revealed himself, and she believed, like, clearly you are the Son of God. And listen to the very end here, because after she realizes this is Jesus, this is the Messiah, and Jesus was saying here, if you actually knew who I am, you would realize this. And she's like, oh my goodness, you are. And then she goes back to the village. She actually leaves her pot there. If you really look at it, so I encourage you to read through John chapter 4. She leaves her pot, her bucket. She went there to get physical water, and she came back and she was spiritually filled with the living water, what Jesus talks about here in John chapter 4. And then in verse 39 of John chapter 4 says this: many of the Samaritans from that town believed in him because of the woman's testimony. We're talking about testimonies here, the goodness of God. See, that's the power of our testimony. See, she shared her personal encounter with Jesus, and she went back. Now, again, remember, this woman was not really liked. She did not have this big following, more than likely, but yet she had this boldness, because she's like, I know my encounter with Jesus was real. And so they go back, and many people believed. He told them everything that I've ever did. So when the Samaritans came to him, they urged him to stay with them. And Jesus, out of his grace and love and mercy, stayed there 2 more days. And because of his words, many more became believers. The power of our testimony. Here's the thing. You may have this reputation about yourself too. You may be thinking, hey, I don't have a big platform. I don't go on the stage every week. I don't go up. Here's the thing. God has given you a platform. God's given you influence. He's asking you to be bold. He's asking you to step out in faith. Go and share of my goodness. Go and share of your personal encounter that you've had with me. Go and share that with others. And may that be an encouragement as you choose to do that today. Hey, thanks so much for tuning in. Make sure you tune in tomorrow for another Daily Dose for Spiritual Growth.